And thank you all. You might have to, I'm a little loud. Sorry, Brandon. I want to thank you all for staying. We actually strategically planned to do a small little teacher appreciation presentation today. And we didn't do January 2nd because I knew a lot of people would be out. So for about 2 months, we knew that we're going to have the biggest crowd on January 9th, 2022. And then COVID has got a lot of our folks out, and we definitely want to pray for them, but I wish there was so many more people here. But maybe they're listening online, and that's good. What I want to do is, I know this little thing is cool, I like this, but I'm going to decorate the stage even better. So I want my Faith Boulevard kids to come down and just line up on the steps here. And that's K through 5th, in case you didn't know if you were Faith Boulevard or not. Yeah, right here on the steps. On the steps. And while they're coming down, most of you know me. I've been around for a while. I grew up here. I went away for college. Stella, Leslie needs you. I went away for college, and I came back when I had a family. My family was 5, and then God surprised us with number 6, little Toby. You probably saw him walking out during worship with water all over his shirt. It made me laugh. But we came back, and I recently just was installed as the deacon over Faith Boulevard, and that's exciting, okay? These kids they're God's children, and I'm responsible for them, and we all are responsible for these precious children. So what I want to do, I just want to tell you a little bit about Faith Boulevard. And the reason I brought them up here so you can see what Faith Boulevard is. It's these kids, right? But I want to tell you a little bit about the program. The program, the 3 important things that I want to cover today is what Faith Boulevard is. I also want to talk about how the program functions. And I want to talk about where the kids meet and also what makes Faith Boulevard successful. But I really want to make sure that you guys know that who is behind Faith Boulevard. It all started with Gary and Shirley Hill. He had a vision about 14 years ago, and there was a lot of people that he recruited and joined in and made it all happen. So I want to recognize, don't know if they're here, it's okay if they're not, but I want to recognize Gary and Shirley, Donna Harris and Steve, anybody, I know the Gwens, I know Lee and Jana Clark, anybody that was involved with that initial implementation of Faith Boulevard. Will you just stand? I just want to say thank you, and I want to clap for you. Where are you? Anybody? Anybody here? Steve, I know Donna's out. Again, we do have a lot out, but I said some names, and those people are very special to us and very special to all the kids. I also want to recognize I want to put my eyes on all the kids that have, if you were in Faith Boulevard, you're probably now in the youth group now, but anybody, even if you're in college or older, if you came through the program, will you just stand up? I'm going to clap for you too. See our college folks in the back. They were Faith Boulevard, and Lily and Collier and Jake. That's awesome. Awesome. So real quick, and I know I didn't want to take too long, but I didn't want to rush through things. So Faith Boulevard basically is it's a strategic, and I'm just going to go off the slide here because it's easier. It's a strategic biblical teaching model where the children rotate between different classes each meeting time, and they are learning God's word through fun and engaging activities. The ages are K through 5th grade, and we're averaging about 60 children in attendance each meeting time. So Sunday morning typically is a little bit more than Wednesday night. And you will typically have one teacher and one helper in each classroom, okay? And what they do is the students will rotate through 6 different classrooms over a 3-week period. I'm going to show you what classrooms they are. And children in each grade will study the same Bible lesson during the 3-week period. So the kindergartners are learning the same thing that the 5th graders are learning in a different way, right? So a full rotation is 2 different Bible lessons, which is six weeks total. So a rotation is 3 weeks and then 3 weeks, and those are 2 different lessons. And here's the rooms: the museum room, the creation station, which is like an art room, a game room, a movie room. Our newest room is the happy camper room, and the kids' favorite is the cafe. That's where they eat. A couple of bonuses that these guys are getting each class is they're doing a lot of memory Bible verse memory, and they're doing group activities. And there's also community support where we'll do things for the community. I think we did the placemats recently. So very, very cool stuff. And these rooms are amazing. We'll go to the next slide. Here's a fun fact. These kids, K through 5th, will go through the entire Bible 2 times. The entire Bible 2 times from K to 5th, their whole time on Faith Boulevard. So I think that's fantastic. So where do we meet? We meet on the far side. When we meet, I'll tell you that first. Sundays at 9 a.m. and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. So our standard Bible class time, right? And if you don't know where we are, you will hear us before you will see us, typically. But once you get on the far northeast wing of the building, walk as far as you can that way, you're going to see Faith Boulevard. And if you've never been over there because you had no reason to go over there, come see us. Just stop by. Stop by and say hello to us. The Bible story review starts in the small auditorium, so they meet there for about 15 minutes, and then they dismiss to the respective classes. That's where they'll be for about 30 minutes. And then once the bell rings, you'll hear us. We're loud. But it's exciting. So what makes Faith Boulevard successful? You all do. We all do. Teachers are the most critical to the success of the program, and that's one thing that I'm focusing on today. Of course, the children make it successful. Your support, your encouragement from all of you, the parents, are very important to Faith Boulevard, and our staff. And I just want to give a shout out to Pam French, who happens to be my mommy, Leslie, who is not my mommy, and Carrie Garrett's not here today, and Donna Harris. Donna recently retired from being officially staff, but she can't leave us, can she, Steve? She is teaching. She loves the kids. Her grandbabies are in there, and so she is out today. But thank you guys all for what you do. Okay, I want to do this, and again, I'm going to try to kind of hurry, but the first thing I want to do is I want the 4th and 5th graders to help us pass out. We have a little gift, a small gift of tea, a mixture tea, because you teachers are terrific. Laugh, youth group. Come on. Terrific. So we got a little special gift. If you have taught, and the reason we got a window on this is because we wanted to define kind of how many we needed. But if you taught in the year of 2021, last year, on Faith Boulevard in any capacity, or helped or taught, will you please stand up, because we want to make sure that you get your tea, because you're terrific. Okay? Stand up, please, so they can see you, and they're going to pass it out. Carol and Randy are a huge part of Faith Boulevard. Jessica, Miss Beverly, Miss Christy, Whitney, so many. Rhonda, not Ron, Robin. Robin, I called you Rhonda. Robin, Deborah Hunkapiller, and Christy Williams do a great job of doing our initial 15 minutes. They rotate, so they do that initial Bible story before they disperse. A lot of you teachers, I'm going to clap for you guys because you guys are important. You guys are critical. Thank you all. Stay standing while they get your tea. Miss Beth's amazing. You did a good job passing those out. We got a few more back here. We got more teas. Miss Lisa, Whitney. Thank y'all. Now, we don't have a specific gift, but if you have ever taught on Faith Boulevard or volunteered or done anything, will you please stand so we can just thank you? And it's going to be those same people and anybody else. Thank y'all. Y'all are huge. Miss Linda. If you have never taught, I want to encourage you. to jump in there. Okay, so if you've taught before, maybe your kids were on the Boulevard and they're in the youth group now, and you're like, hey, I'm not as interested. That's okay. Like, I just want you to come over there, and if you can jump in and be a part of it, we would love to have you over here. So I want to. You're probably asking, if I volunteer to teach, how much time will I need to commit to? 1 hour for 6 weeks. And so you're probably thinking, wait, did you say 1 hour, Wes? 1 hour a week for 6 weeks? I did. And that's why the model that we've created, that not we've created, but that was created for Faith Boulevard, that Gary and them implemented, and Pam and Leslie have really, and Donna have defined and refined, is to make it easy to teach. Okay, and we've even changed that recently with the first 15 minutes being where those ladies teach and then they disperse to classes. So only 1 hour every 6 weeks. So you say, I definitely can commit to that, right? But will I have time to teach from now until the end of time? Because that's what people think. There's myths, right? Well, once I sign up, I can't get out. I never get out. They just keep calling me and emailing me and telling me to come teach. The more teachers we have, the better it is to be able to not teach as frequent, right? So it's a 6-week rotation, and you can either do once a year, right? Or you can do multiple times a year. We do have a new program that Catherine and Leslie, Catherine Henderson, has done a fantastic job jumping in, and we use, it's called Volunteer Schedule Pro. It's on the screen there. So what it'll do is let you put, this is when I want to teach, and this is the room I want to teach in, or the specific area, and then you will get just plugged into the system like that, and Catherine's going to help you set all that up. So, yes, I am asking you and letting you guys know that we need more teachers. We need more teachers in the rotations. So you said this, and I heard you. You said, I want to volunteer, Wes. I want to volunteer my time to these precious children on the stage. How do I sign up? And I am glad you asked. Leslie's down here with clipboard. It's ready. Miss Pam's got one. I'm going to grab one. I want you to come see us, and we're just going to write down your name, your number, and your email address, and then we can reach out and say, let's talk a little bit about the details of what you want to teach. And so that's how we're going to do this, and we just want to grab that information. Or if you like to email, go ahead and take a picture of this with your phone right now so you won't forget. But it's Faith Boulevard with Boulevard abbreviated at Beltline Church of Christ, long domain there, .org. And on the subject, I want you to put, I want to teach. That's going to go to Leslie, and she's going to reach out and say, thank you. I don't know enough. You don't have to. These kids know more than you do. When it comes to the Bible, these kids are good, and we all learn from them. And if you want to shadow, you don't feel like you want to teach, just come over there and hang out. You don't have to teach right away. So we would love to have you. Sign up today before you leave. We're going to end with a video because we love videos, and we're going to end with that. Once this video ends, you guys are dismissed, and I want to challenge you guys to love on these kids up here and encourage them. They do end up right here next, and this is a super critical time. Keith and Sam and these wonderful kids, that the work that they're doing, but they will filter into the youth group here. So we want to set them up for success and love on them. So I'm going to stop talking. Thank you, guys, and we can play that video, and then we're dismissed. This little light of mine, you know that I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of...
When I grow up, I want to be a scientist.
When I grow up, I want to be a cosmetologist.
When I grow up, I want to be a veterinarian,
A policeman. A geologist.
a professional baseball player,
NBA player,
football player.
I want to be a coach.
A fisherman.
When I grow up, I want to be a missionary. Hey, that's what I wanted to do.
When I grow up, I want to be a Marine.
Police officer.
Teacher.
Dentist.
I want to build houses.
Famous cook.
Teacher.
a math teacher.
An artist.
I want to be a person who studies marine life and all kinds of reptiles.
And I grow up, I want to be a unicorn, take care of a...
All of us want to grow up to be something special.
You can help shape what we become and build God's kingdom.
You can be my teacher.
You can be my teacher. fun.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It only takes 1 hour a week. My Mimi and Papa are doing it.
And it builds God's kingdom.
After all, I can grow up to be your surgeon.
I can grow up to be your nurse.
I could grow up to be your banker.
I can grow up to be your preacher.
I could grow up to be your president. Or even a missionary. Don't you want me to learn all about God before I do that? I'm worth it.
Sign up today. You can change my life.
Build God's kingdom!